Congaree National Park has a poor reputation. Some say it's the worst national park. Stay. But we're here to explore and see if it's only just underrated. This weekend, we're hiking through the floodplain in some of the last remaining old-growth bottomland forest in America.
We just had an incredible sighting.
We'll be looking up in search of champion trees while taking our dog Ollie on an adventure throughout the creeks.
Starting our time here in Congaree National Park, we are going on the Boardwalk Trail, and we're bringing Ollie, folks, so we're excited to explore Congaree because Ollie is allowed everywhere. One of the things that makes Congaree National Park so unique is that this is an active floodplain. So the trail that we're on right now, basically we're, I don't know, maybe like 2 feet off of the ground, but this boardwalk frequently is underwater. So this national park will flood about 10 times a year. And we actually just had a flood, I think last week here.
For those who visited Congaree National Park because of the weather, they may have had to change the way they made their way through the park. Cassidy Byer has the details.
So I'm excited to see how much of the trails are muddy, which ones are inaccessible, and to see how that changes the landscape here, because this park will look completely different if you see it in the winter, the spring, the fall, if there was a recent flood, and I'm excited to see it here right now.
Being in Congaree National Park during the winter has some pros and cons. We have a beautiful day today. It is February, winter, and it is a high of about 65 degrees and it is blue skies. And you have a little bit of greenery in the trees, I think for spring coming along, hopefully. And so you have this kind of like muted color palette. However, it is really beautiful. You can kind of see on some of the trees where the water level was just at. So at the top here you have the greener moss, and then at this level right around here you see that the moss is much more gray. And so we can now we think that the water was probably up to here and brought all of the mud and the silt and the dirt and was up to this level.
That's
before
crazy.
It receded down.
It's at your hips.
Yeah.
On the boardwalk.
So this boardwalk would have, just like Elliot said, would have been totally submerged in the most recent flood.
Cool. Super cool. Ollie, you would have been underwater, girlfriend. You'd have been swimming. We've turned off the boardwalk trail onto the Sims Trail. We're trying to get to the Weston Lake for sunset, and the birds are just so loud. They're incredibly loud. You can just see all these small birds kind of like flying through the trail in the different trees. The sun is kind of coming through the canopy. It's gorgeous here, really gorgeous. We have heard some woodpeckers and some owls. Hope we get to see some of those. But it's just like, you're right in the thick of it here in South Carolina.
We are coming up to our first lake, which is named Wise Lake.
These trails are so beautiful. So many different walkways kind of over the water. We're kind of just wandering around, to be honest, and loving it. All right, Ollie, what's your thoughts? You see any dolphins in those waters? Any dolphins? So far, I've been really impressed with Congaree National Park. We lived for many years in Atlanta, about 4 hours from here, and never even considered visiting it, which to me blows my mind because what a beautiful place. Now it's time to head back. We have about an hour hike back to the visitor center while the sun sets.
We are back at the van and we are going to head to our sleeping spot tonight and cook up a South Carolina inspired meal. Can't wait.
Jen whipped up some South Carolina low country shrimp and grits. They smell delicious. Let's dive in. The grits are cheesy and creamy. Let's try got a kick to it too. Let's try the shrimp. That is classic shrimp and grits. Good job, babe. Oh, it's so good. I'm just gonna melt into this chair to hike today. Let's go do some more hiking on the King Snake Trail.
Good morning.
Well, it's unlikely that we'll see any king snakes on the King Snake Trail because of how cold it is, and they're more nocturnal. We hope to see a lot of birds. That's kind of why this trail is popular, because you really get down and deep into the wildlife. We can already hear the birds chirping.
We're following trail number 6.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize that was what that was for.
Yeah. So there are 10 trails in Congaree National Park, and they're all numbered. And so the trail signs as you're walking along the trails have those numbers to confirm that you're on the correct trail. Because some of the trails interweave and they interconnect, so you can always know which trail you're on by the number.
This ecosystem in Congaree National Park is an old growth bottomland forest located in a floodplain, and the entire southeast all over used to be just like this. Millions of acres of beautiful old growth forest full of all the natural biodiversity here, but almost all of it was destroyed in the span of 50 years with logging as industrial age came to the south. But this is special because this was protected, and now this is unique. It's world recognized as a biosphere, and just due to the efforts of a few, this area was protected for us to enjoy and all of our future generations to enjoy, to really experience what this part of the country was like.
So we just noticed some paw prints down here that are not Ollie's, and they are raccoon paw prints. Oh, Ollie, wait. Okay. Her paws are very muddy.
Yeah, right? There. It's like a little human handprint.
Yep, stay there. Right here. And you can see that they're different than Ollie's paw prints.
Yeah. What do you think, Ollie? You enjoying this national park? Is this your favorite one so far?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about all the crocodiles trying to get you. I just heard something off the trail. A bunch of wild hogs. Oh my goodness, yeah, they're just standing right there. Oh, yeah, it's not like this. Oh, do you hear them? The ears are perked up. Oh wow, there's I don't know, at least, there's a whole bunch of piglets. Oh, are you a little piglet? Holy cow, it's crazy. Ollie sees them now.
Oh yeah, we see them. They're scurrying off. They're wild hogs.
We just had an incredible sighting. There were 3 otters playing and splashing right by this bridge we were coming up to. Holy cow, it was so cool. Once they spotted us, they started making noises. I guess telling the other otters that there are people around. And a dog, I guess, too. Holy cow, that is so cool. They just went downriver, or upriver.
Just alongside the trail, we have a loblolly pine tree. And this pine tree is huge. It would probably take both Elliot and I to put our hands and arms to wrap around it. This tree is huge. And the pine trees that we are used to seeing in Florida are definitely well under the size of me being able to put my arms around it. So it is just so massive, and it's really nice being able to look up the tree and look so far up that even though it's probably not a champion tree, it is so tall. Makes me very grateful for the people who've protected these places for me, you, us, all of us to enjoy today.
This is definitely the biggest tree I've ever seen. We haven't been to many places yet, obviously, but this tree is huge. And I don't know if this is a champion for sure, but it's gotta be close to it. This is, you just walk by, you see this massive trunk, and then you just keep looking up, and you keep looking up, and then you see, like there's even 2 of them right here, 3 of them, like this whole area. Wow, this whole area, they're all around. Good job.
Nice.
So the King Snake Trail basically goes and connects to the visitor center. We started from the canoe launch area. So you can walk all in this area if you camp here, but it's only tent camping in Congaree National Park. Good job.
Yay. Do you want to have a little picnic?
Yeah, let's do a little snack. Oh yeah.
Snack and water.
For our final experience here in Congaree National Park, we are going to be getting on the water with Palmetto Outdoors. Good thing we worked out last night. Ollie, can you help your load, please? Jeez. Ollie, are you excited to go on a canoe for the first time?
I hope Ollie doesn't tip us. She's not exactly known for staying in a canoe or kayak. Well, canoes first.
Ollie, come on in.
Or do I need to?
Yeah, she'll hop in.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. Right here. And
1, 2, 3.
you're okay.
So far, Ollie's doing really good. She's sitting up in the front of the canoe and just looking out. I think it's so cool that dogs are allowed here at Congaree National Park. And I know Ollie likes it. She slept so good after that 8-mile hike. And yeah, it's nice to experience this with her. One of her favorite things about this park.
While quietly paddling down Cedar Creek, we are immersed in Congaree National Park. The story of this bottomland forest with the highest concentration of champions in North America is one of water. The floods move debris while also depositing tons of nutrients into the ecosystem. It shows how nature can be creative, resilient, and thrive in adverse conditions.
Up there is a really tall loblolly pine. Cameron, our guide, thought it might be 130, maybe 150 feet. It is so big, but not a champion. So the champions are even bigger. The biggest loblolly pine in the world is in Congaree National Park, and it is almost 170 feet tall.
I definitely feel like getting out onto the water was the right choice to really see and appreciate Congaree National Park. I have a totally different appreciation for it, seeing it from the water. We just passed a mark on a large tree where it marked the high water of about 25 feet of the flood.
Not as big as they can get, but he's getting up there.
We just took a little lunch break, which is nice. It's a 3-hour tour, so a great length of time to paddle Cedar Creek. Haven't seen much wildlife, but getting out here on the water has just been a relaxing way. For me, Jennifer is just paddling and paddling and paddling.
Paddle on one side, paddle on the other side. We're about to run into a tree. We're doing better.
No, it's really, really great being out here.
We have really beautiful weather today. It's probably a high of 70 maybe, and starts out in the morning in the like 30s and 40s. But it gets really beautiful in the middle of the day. And we have beautiful clear skies. It's gorgeous. This has been awesome. Compared to our morning spent on the King Snake Trail, where the majority of our view was at our feet, looking down to make sure that we weren't slipping and sliding on the ground. This experience has been a lot of looking up and appreciating the scale and the size of the trees. So it's been really, really enjoyable.
And I think Ollie had a really good time too. Just so nice to be able to take her out with us and visit a national park, which is why I think Congaree is a very underrated park. No entry, dogs are allowed, wildlife galore, and such a unique ecosystem, the last of its kind here in North America. More similar to the Amazon rainforest than any other ecosystem in the world. And it's right in our backyard.